Okay, we're gonna do something called a cylinder study. I hope you know what the shape of a cylinder is, but it's a good thing to understand about a circle, a cylinder, and when we're drawing something in a different perspective. Now, sketchbooks are sometimes, this is one of my old ones, used to take drawing notes. As you can see, I took a class on the essential of sketching architecture. So you can see I have little doodles, drawings of what they were going over and how to get the right angles of stairs, how to create texture and a roof line, how to find the angle of a roof, and then the slope sketch of a good perspective. Also, I was trying to do people knowing where the shoulders and the hips and the knees go, and just drawing of the hips and stuff. So these are like notes for me that I've used, and I flip back and forth within my sketchbook to see these notes and to look at them. So this is one thing we're going to be doing today with the cylinder study. So you're going to open up to a new page. Now, because I did not draw more than one object in our first thing, I'm going to do the cylinder study on the same page. It's not going to bother me. Now, we are going to be using a pencil and eraser today, but I encourage you not to sit there and erase and erase and erase. Draw it, and if it doesn't look good, go below it and draw it again, because this is something, it is not going in a frame. We are not putting the, okay, we are going to work on the cylinder study. So here's an example of a cylinder. Now, our point is that when we are drawing something, we are usually not looking at it from the top perspective. This is your circle. When we're going to draw it, it's usually sitting in front of us, and when we sit in front of us, that circle becomes an ellipse. So we are going to practice working on that shape. Now, there's 4 rules about the cylinder ellipse. So I've opened it where I have a spread, so I can do 2 rules here and 2 rules here. What you're gonna do is put a number 1, and this is rounded and point. So when you draw a cylinder, the edges are going to be rounded. That is the correct way. The edges will not be pointed. That is the wrong way. So rule number 1 is making sure that they're rounded edges. Okay, number 2. And another way to draw a cylinder if you can't do it is draw a C, a backwards C, and then connect it. That's a good way to start drawing them if you're not sure. Okay, rule number 2. The front curve is the same as the back curve. So front is the same as the back. When you are, that's a little pointed, making your curves, they should be the same. Okay, 3rd rule, when drawing cylinders, the curve for the front edge is the same curve for the entire surface. So this curve right here is going to be the same curve that goes all the way down. Okay, so this curve, same curve, same curve, same curve. It can be a little smaller, but it's the same curve. So when you actually drew whatever shape that is, like it's a vase. Okay, and then rule number 4, the ellipse can vary in size, but it has to, because if you look at a container, this one, the base cylinder is going to be a little bit smaller than the top cylinder, because you can see it goes down at an angle. So if you're drawing that, like there's my top cylinder, same curve, just different size. So like you were drawing a shape like that. Same thing right here. This is just saying the front curve's the same. It could be different sizes. Top cylinder is going to be the same as bottom cylinder, just maybe it may vary in size. So like, so you have a cup. So that is, or circumference, because circumference obviously is distance. So varying in circumference. And this one, the front curve is the same. So those are your 4 rules about cylinders. Now, the next project you're gonna do, the next thing for the remainder is use your open sheet if you didn't put all 4 there, and you're gonna practice cylinders all over your page. Again, don't erase. If you like it, check it. If you don't like it, cross it out. So you know what to do, what you don't like and what you like. If it's pointed, like if it's too pointed, but you want to fill your page just practicing. Again, if you don't know how to start off, draw a C, draw a backwards C, and then connect it. Once you get it connected, practice going over it. Like feel the motion. Your hand is gonna like create a memory, and it's gonna know how to make the ellipse just because you've done it over and over and over and over. So try to make them all the same. Try to make them one and another. See if you can keep them the same circumference. So that is your goal, is to fill this other page or fill the next page with just cylinders, telling me which ones you don't, which ones you like. But again, your goal is not to use this eraser. Your goal is to draw that and just keep working at it.